So I have like 13 jobs I need to do before the boat launches. Installing the batteries and getting the trailer ready and installing the shelf, moving the sails, running some wiring, setting up solar panels, etc., etc., etc. So today I'm going to work on I'm going to remove all these switches and old electric stuff, anything in the way, so I can get this shelf in here. It's probably not necessary to make the shelf for sailing purposes, but I want to get this panel out of here, and it's kind of gross. So yeah, let's do that. All right, I got everything out that I need to get out. Okay, so this is the shelf. I'm going to sand it, paint it, and then install it. This is the back piece. It's going to be raised up behind and then screwed in and sanded and painted. What else? And then there's a hatch that I need to build for here. And so there was this piece of wood laying around, and I didn't know what it was, but I painted it anyway, and I think it would be perfect as a hatch. Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. If I fill up these holes, these screw holes, then yeah, I can use this as a hatch. So I'll do that. Alright, so one of my jobs, I have to see if this fits. Okay, so one of the jobs was to create, you see how this is like this? Right, so the metal will just rope here. So I created a like a spacer, see, where the pin for the tabernacle on the mast can just go through. So is it going to fit? Sweet. Cool. It fits. So all I have to do now is secure this to the mast. And I'm gonna make new holes and put them off center, I think. So that's my job for now. And there we go, it's installed. Now I can get my mast up. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have a roller boom. I can't check it out yet, but that would be cool. So I do suspect this might be a roller boom, and these bolts are rusty, so I'm going to take them off and then pull it and see if it's just jammed up inside, because there's an oil inlet there, which makes me think it moves, or it's been modified so it doesn't actually spin anymore. Okay, so I took it off just to replace these bolts. These bolts were rusty. I'm going to put some new bolts in there, but turns out it is a roller boom. Cool. I'm not really sure, Yeah, look at that. Roller boom. Yay, roller boom. Roller boom. Oh, yeah, and I had the handle for it inside, so neat. I put the roller boom back on the boat. And now I'm going to sand these seats. I got some more paint. And then give it a paint. If you look between my slats, there's a bunch of junk. And I can't I can't really get in there with a vacuum. The only option is to really take off the seat to clean it. So what I did is I went into FreeCAD and I printed myself off an attachment. Well, I made myself an attachment for my vacuum that can reach in between the holes. So I'll do that, and then I'll sand, and then give it a paint. And then I can put the hatch and the shelf in tomorrow. I'll give it another coat tonight, and then I'll put them in tomorrow. She's coming along. She's coming along. So I'm probably going to replace these boards next year. They're okay for now, but they are getting old and tired, and you know, I think she deserves some new seats. I'm going to paint these tonight. I'll just put the hatch in for now, and then I'll install that shelf tomorrow, but you'll see it. So that's it. That's what I got done today. I pertified the boat. I missed a couple of spots, like the end pieces under the slats, and I got paint on the hull, which I'll have to come back with a razor blade and scrape it off, but it looks a lot better. And I got the mast all done, which is fucking awesome. It can go up anytime, but the black flies are at me and the mosquitoes are coming out, and I hate skeeters, so I'm just gonna pack up, call it a day, and get back at it tomorrow. So that's gonna have to be dealt with. I'll make a measurement and 3D print out something to fix that. Okay, shelves in. Now I just got to put the back on up here. There it is. It's in. In the process of putting it in, I screwed up my 12-volt connector here. Broke it off. Alright, so I gotta do that. I have to do more wiring anyway, but crap. Okay. So I made this floor as well to cover up some of the bilge so I can put my sails in here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to clean out the bilge before I actually install it, but it's done, so it's just a matter of jamming it in between the engine belts here. After I clean it up, I have some bilge cleaner on the way being sent to me, and yeah. So one thing I noticed is that my cockpit drains, the through hulls are extremely tight, and I can't close them or open them. I guess I don't know if they're open or closed. I think they're open. They're probably open, but I need to loosen them up because I need to be able to close them. That's important. Well, with a little bit of persuasion from my water pumps, I got the through hull valve unstuck, and hopefully it doesn't leak when I launch the boat. I'm starting to clear out the cushions. They were covered in mouse piss and reeked, so I'm going to concentrate on things to get the boat in the water, and then once it's in the water I can do the electrical, like the solar panels and well, the batteries and all the other things. But I got my shelf up for my safety equipment in the cockpit, and she's going to need a good clean. I have to make sure the trailer is 100% ready to go. I have to grind out the bottom of the skeg at the back where the shaft went through, and then I have to fiberglass it back up, and I think I'm going to do that today. I have to hook up the gas lines and get that all running. I'm just waiting on a part for the motor. Another thing I have to do is I have to secure the transom. It's a little bit flexible and floppy a bit, so I want to stiffen that up a bit. I know how I'm going to do it, so I'll show you. I have a toilet on the way, a composting toilet that I bought, but it's not going to be here until July. It should be here in time for a big trip, but not before I launch. So I'll just have to hopefully use the head as it is. I really don't like it. Okay, so I have to grind this down so I can fiberglass it up again. I probably won't need to go too deep because I got all this space here that I can build off of. But I want to make sure I get a good connection, so I'll do that. I'm not going to film it because, one, you won't be able to hear anything, and two, I don't want anything hitting the camera, so you'll just see it done. Freaking skeeters. Alright, rustage treated. I can now paint over it. Well, I got the back of the boat fiberglassed up. And I got some tape on. So you know what that means. It's bottom painting day! Yay! I bought a thing for my drill to stir the paint for me so I didn't have to do this by hand forever. And I lost it. I put it where I wouldn't lose it, and yet I still lost it. So here I am, stirring away. This is the color that I chose for the bottom of the boat. It's going to look very nice. Very nice. One thing I was excited about having a smaller boat is when I do the bottom, it's a lot less work. It's more work. It's more work. This is harder than it was to paint the bottom on my 40-foot friggin' Hughes 40 catch. Ugh. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it has more friggin' area to paint. That's just one coat. I have to put another one on. But it's a lot more work than I thought it was to put bottom paint on a boat. 22-foot boat anyway. But it's good for now, and she looks great. Now I just gotta clean and polish her. And hook up the fuel lines. And then she's ready. I can go sailing. She's not done. I still got a lot of electrical to do, but none of that needs to be done before I go sailing. Except maybe the bilge pump. That's probably important.